Thank you, Pranav. Thank you, Himanshu. And thank you, friends, for staying back. I know we are nearing lunchtime and very soon, but this is also a very engaging, this is going to be an engaging and important conversation because remember when we are discussing business leadership, there are organizations in the country which bring together all these business leaders and hence the industries and companies, corporations, and then become a platform from where these very important people can raise their voice and influence policy in a manner that the overall environment of industry and business becomes good. Welcome, Mr. Mehta. And I would want to begin by asking you, if you can, for the benefit of our viewers and the audience here, tell us briefly about what's the PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I believe it's one of the, if not the oldest, one of the oldest industry bodies in the country, 120 years old, and how many members?
First of all, thank you very much for inviting me here. And it's a very timely and transformative topic, which is India's rise against all odds. Now, PHDCCI was established in 1905. And this year, we are celebrating 120 years of its legacy. And we have been part and parcel of even the World War I, World War II, India's first industrial policy, and various evolutions that India has seen. We have been part and part of that. And PHDCCI is a voice of industry and trade with reaching out to more than 150,000 companies. And most of these companies, around 70% of these companies are small businesses, small and medium businesses. And the basic aim of our organization is to create value for our members, to create value for all the stakeholders who are with us, and to create opportunities for everyone who is with us, to create opportunities for our citizens. And the central pillar of our growth strategy is innovation. Because we believe that without innovation, you cannot really drive growth. And today's time, innovation is the central to everything that we do. Then continuous collaboration with various stakeholders. That's what we do, whether it is government, state government, international community, business houses, even small businesses. We are totally inclusive, whether it is big business or small. They are part of it, and we continuously engage with our audience, always.
Very nice. And 100, which means 1.5 lakh small and medium enterprises, essentially, that you represent. And you see why, these platforms are important? Because if you are talking about 150,000 small and medium enterprises, typically on the lower side, say 10, 20 employees, on the higher side, 100, 200 employees, make it 10x. You are talking about 1.5 to 3 million people who have employment through these enterprises. And then the whole economy that gets going. Mr. Mehta, tell us, we were listening to Anupam Thareja just a while back, and one of the things he mentioned was that it's easier to be a young, energetic startup these days. It's better to be small. You have advantage of being, if you are small in the present circumstance. What do you believe that, given the fact that you come from or you represent the small and medium scale enterprises, that there is certain energy in the country? And if yes, what are the factors?
I think we are in interesting times in India today. India is it has rewritten the global growth story, global growth narrative. From, fastest growing large economy in the world, we are the truly trusted global supply chain partner, and that has happened because of the resilience of our entrepreneurs, especially the young people, the startups. Just imagine in 2016 when Startup India was launched, we had around 400 startups, registered startups in our country. But in last around 9 years, as we talk, we have more than 100,000 startups in our country. And these startups, most of these, they are reshaping, they are creating new growth story for our country. We just spoke about Ritesh. I mean, these are the people who are not coming from business background. These are the people who are coming from very, very normal background. And today we are in a renaissance moment. Why? Because today India's story is that even person sitting anywhere in the country, because the kind of digital transformation that we have and the kind of opportunities our country has seen in last 10 years. If you look at India's story, it has been a story of resilience. Yeah. It has been a story of, coming out of the challenges and shining. Remember the time during the independence also, when we were struggling to feed our people. And today, when we are going to the moon, we are, sending BrahMos missile, and we have created these missiles. We are going to the moon.
We're sending BrahMos missile somewhere else, not to the moon.
Yeah, that's right. So just imagine this journey was remarkable. But last 10 years, journey has been transformative and truly transformative for our country. And this is because of the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji. Right. And the way he has connected with the young people. And India, as it stands today, is around 65% people in a country are young. We are the fastest growing economy in the world. Yeah. It is because of the people who are young people today. All other economies in the world, they are struggling with the age. I think we have got huge opportunities. All these young people who are sitting here, they have tremendous opportunities to create something of their own. The ideas, what they have. Today, they don't have to think about the finances. Only thing is, you need passion. You need that madness. We just saw right now Mr. Thareja talking about Anupam. Anupam talking about the madness. Because unless you have that madness, you really cannot create something great and remarkable in the life.
Right. In fact, it's amazing, we heard Mr. Rajan Bharti Mittal when he was having a conversation with Arnab, and he spoke about how it's different to be 17-and-a-half-year-old youngster now vis-a-vis when he was 17-and-a-half-year-old and when he started his enterprise, how easier things are in the present. Same was the theme that I picked up from Anupam, and now you're also saying this. We have a bunch of youngsters sitting here.
Absolutely.
You said capital is not an issue if you have passion, you have idea. If you have an idea and you have passion to back the idea. Can you just, with your benefit of, the bird's eye view of policy, government and rules and regulations that you have, tell these youngsters in their language, if you could, what can they do or what should they do if they have to think if they have ideas and they have to translate those ideas into enterprise?
First of all, we have to see that today we have got around 114 unicorns in our country.
Just for the benefit, what is a unicorn? Would someone know? Can you raise hand if you know? What is a unicorn? Yes? At $1 billion.
Valuation of $1 billion.
That's about 9,000 crore rupees. Yeah. So that's a unicorn. Yeah. Okay. How many we have?
Yeah, around 114.
114 unicorns in India. Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, you'll be very happy to know that these unicorns, most of these unicorns have come only after COVID. That is another very interesting
In last
story.
5 years, most of them have come up, right?
Yeah, And today, when you look at the unicorn, I would request everyone to go through the journey of these unicorns, like Ritesh, or for that Misho, for that matter of business. All these people, if you go through their journey, you will see that they were youngsters like you. Only thing is, They had a great idea. I was the other day talking to Mr. Nitin Jain. Nitin is a co-founder of Business. And this is a company which is more than 25,000 crore turnover today. And he was discussing his success story with me, his story, what are the struggles behind his journey. This was the company who dared to sell steel, online steel. So he went to one of the top industrialists in this country who are number one in selling the steel. He went with his idea. He said that I want to sell steel online. Then he said, we have been selling it for last so many years. Why would I need you? And steel doesn't sell like this. So he says, for 15 days continuously, he will go to that industrialist office, sit there right in the morning at 10 o'clock, and come back at 5. But he did not get an appointment. On 15th day, he got an appointment. Then he told him his idea. He said, okay. He asked him, okay, what is your weakest market? Then he told them, this is our weakest market. So he said, we will do a pilot in that weakest market, that how can we sell the steel to people. Now, today, off business, ladies and gentlemen, that was just the beginning. And today, it's more than 25,000 crore company. And this should be a motivation for all of us. We must all really go through. And we talk about Ritesh, how Ritesh's journey, how he went, the day we were, we discussed with him once, how he had gone to Haridwar with his family trip, and how he really made a business where he doesn't own a single hotel, but it is one of the biggest hotel chains in the world.
And he worked with Airtel, Mr. Mittal was saying.
Yeah, Mr. Mittal was also talking about it. That's right.
Yeah, so if you have an idea, you can just make it happen. Capital is not an issue, and rules and regulations are no more an issue. Compliances are easy to do. By the way, youngsters, do you know what is an elevator pitch? Because he was talking about somebody waiting for an appointment, not getting time, and struggling to sell his idea. Do you know what is an elevator pitch? You got your chance. I'll give it to you if nobody else is there. Anyone? Nobody knows elevator pitch? Okay, you go ahead.
Basically, a pitch that you give in an elevator is basically walk and talk, where you find the individual that you want to pitch an idea to, and it may be wherever it is, you just give it. It's 30 seconds to 60 seconds maximum, and it's a quick thing that you do, and it's entirely informal, and you just grab the opportunity to give your pitch.
Fantastic. That's what it is. What happens is, when you have an idea, you're looking for an investor, you are pursuing a big man or a big, very important woman, and because they have the money and they can invest, but they don't have time. You're not getting time. You sneak in, you go in, and you check where they're going into an elevator. You just get inside, and the time that they take to go to their floor, you have 60 seconds exactly. And then you say, this is my idea. Can you help me? Can you invest money in it? That's called elevator pitch. And that happens when you have passion, and passion brings clarity, and everything else falls in place there.
And let me also just give you one example. Our chamber, PHDCCI, has very, very traditional leaders who have established businesses for the last 100 years. Those 30% companies, they are the top companies of the country, and some of them are in the world. So these are the people today who are looking for an idea, because they have their company which are established. They don't see much of the growth there. I think they are looking for the people who come out with an idea, and people are ready to invest. And today you have an opportunity that you come out with an idea, come out with a business plan, and I think there is no dearth of money, no dearth of guidance also. People are ready to really guide them as well. We have created an ecosystem at PHDCCI where we keep conducting these master classes for startups, and also opportunities for the startups who can come there. We have the established business houses who would like to listen to them and see that if they can really invest in those businesses. So investment in the business is not a problem, but a great idea can really transform your life, transform the country, and transform all the people who are your loved ones who are around you.
So in a way, if you have an idea, there are incubators at PHDCCI, as also, of course, other industry bodies, institutions. You have to just go fish for them, hook with them, and then make that incubator equivalent of an elevator pitch. So sky is the limit if you have the idea, if you have ideas. Okay, so my next question, Mr. Mehta, because somewhere you mentioned about the supply chains and how the medium and small scale industry sector, the MSME sector is really getting into play, and tremendous push coming in from the government also. I believe this is the government which has set up an MSME ministry, which was not there earlier.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of policy push also happening. My question to you is, though of course of late, in the last 1 month, we have seen some realignment and the China equation is back. But we were really struggling on that front. How is the shift of supply chains from China happening? And is it happening in the right direction? Are we really taking good advantage of the world opinion that we should reduce, the rest of the world that is, should reduce its dependence on Chinese manufacturing supply chains? Are we taking good advantage of that?
You see, today our government is very, very proactive. And we have seen the disruptions in the supply chain in last 6-7 months particularly. And we are living in a very fragmented world. But one thing is very sure, that how you must have noticed, our country is very clear. We will do whatever is the best for our citizens, whatever is the best for our farmers, and Atmanirbhar Bharat, or the clarion call for self-reliant India, has been given by Prime Minister Modi. Today, we have got more than 65 million MSMEs in our country. And any country you look at the world, they have grown, they have developed because of the small and medium enterprises. So the kind of strength we have with 65 million MSMEs in our country, and even more than that, you can imagine what kind of growth we can have. So the Make in India, when it was launched in 2014, and today when we saw the last result of IIP, we have seen that there has been a tremendous growth, whether it is our PMS or the manufacturing sector. We have seen that the economy had surpassed to 7.8% in the last quarter. Yeah. So that is because of the manufacturing. And why? And this has not happened in one day. This has happened, the kind of ecosystem, the kind of ease of doing business, the kind of environment and enabling environment the government has really created, and the kind of incentives for PLI, the kind of incentives for various other sectors have been identified, and how startups have been taken care of, various incentives for Indian startups. I think all these things have really added to this. And at the top of it, today, one of the most important things that has happened is, in this global supply chain disruption, if it is China plus one, India has emerged as the most trusted global partner in the world. Right. All the companies who want to come today, if they are shifting from China, where would they go? They are coming to India, and that's what really, really making our manufacturing sector even stronger. I think while we were importing many years ago mobile phones in our country, and today we are the net exporter of mobile phones, electronics items. Yeah. And today we are called the food basket of the world. Yeah. Even in milk, we have total self-reliance. Yeah. That is the power of the cooperative we have seen. So yeah. India's growth engine is firing from all sides. It's not from one side. And at the top of it, I think it is the power of our young people. Because even, wherever we have seen the revolution all over the world, It is only the young people. You can see around in our neighborhood that how the young people have really changed
Really?
the course of politics.
Absolutely.
So this is what is the strength of our country. Our strength is you, people who are sitting there. You can make a difference. Only thing is, you have to have that passion. You want to create something great. I think there are huge opportunities in our country, and everyone, each one of you, can really do those wonders.
It's amazing. You know, you mentioned about being the food basket. It's actually very amazing. And for the youngsters, again, and I always want to address them. You know, my generation has not lived those times, but my parents' generation lived through those times when we were dependent on American wheat supply. It was called ship to mouth. एक जहाज कुछ गेहूं लेके आएगा और कुछ लोग उससे खाएंगे और बाकी चलेगा. That was the time when Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri asked people to fast for a day because there was no food, there was no wheat, no rice. We had our country in that situation. And today, you know, one reason why the India-US trade deal is not happening. One reason, of course, there are many, including, you know, Trump wanting a Nobel Peace Prize. But one very important reason why the trade deal is not happening is we are saying hands off our agriculture. We are fine. We don't need your corn. We don't need your maize. We don't need your other genetically modified crops because we have enough wheat, rice for ourselves. America is wanting to sell more wheat. We are saying, no, we don't want your genetically modified wheat. So imagine the kind of transformation and phenomenal journey your country has had in the times that you are living in. You can imagine, you can dream, and you can make those dreams happen because nobody can manipulate you just for food. Any questions before I wrap up this conversation? Any questions for Mr. Mehta? Any ideas you want for your ideas to be financed and capital? He can help you.
Yes.
All right, I think with this, we will end the conversation. Thank you so much, Mr. Mehta, for giving a glimpse
Thank
of
you
what
very
the PhD
much
chamber
for
does.
giving me this opportunity. And I think that today's one of the most emerging iconic brand is Republic. And with a famous line that nation wants to know. And today you have come to this far. I think it's great to be here at your studio here today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mehta and Abhishek, sir.